I had quite an unusual buying experience last week, and it was quite interesting for me being on the buy side when I'm normally on the sales side. This was a purchase in my personal life. My car was getting its MOT for the year, and you get that phone call that we all look forward to in the middle of the day when the mechanic's ringing you to tell you what's wrong with your car and how much money you're going to have to spend. Everyone loves that call. Unfortunately for me, this time around, it was 3 new tyres on my car. Always fun. For context here, I know nothing about cars. I don't care about cars. They're like really practical for me. It's from getting to A to B, cost efficient, safe, that sort of thing. So mechanic rings me and he says, hey James, you need 3 new tyres. I've got tyre number 1, which is going to cost you, X amount of pounds, or I've got tyre number 2, and tyre number 2 was about 50% more than tyre number 1. So I said to the mechanic, I said, okay, cool. What's the difference between tyre number 1 and tyre number 2? I mean, just tyre number 2, will it last 50% longer than tyre number 1? Is it grippier in icy or snowy conditions? Is it more fuel efficient than tyre number 1? So it's gonna save me money in the long run. And his response was, don't really know. It's 50% more expensive, which is a really weird motion because his assumption was I was going to be really fixated on the initial cost and the price of the item and not the intrinsic value of the item. As a buyer, I was very open and willing to pay 50% more for what's essentially a commodity product. A tire's a tire in my mind. But if the value that tire can deliver is more, it's 50% or more better than tire number 1, I would have happily paid that. So really important thing to remember when you're on the sales side. It's not always, it's virtually never about price. It's always about the value you're delivering. And if you're leading with the costs as your number 1 priority, you're probably going to lose that sale. It's all about delivering that intrinsic value. And this sale, it was about tire longevity, fuel efficiency, and safety. Those are the things that I really cared about in that transaction. And as he couldn't differentiate the difference, I naturally went for the cheaper one.